Chapter 20 Living Within the Constitution of Reality. Living within a constitution is different from obeying it. Obedience implies external authority, enforcement, and consequence imposed from outside. Living within a constitution implies recognition of limits that operate regardless of preference, belief, or intention. The constitution of reality is not enforced by command. It is enforced by consequence. This chapter examines what it means to live within that reality, personally, organizationally, and institutionally. Life is continuous interaction with constraint. Every action interacts with constraint. Time limits effort. Capacity limits output. Trust limits coordination. Legitimacy limits authority. Energy limits endurance. These limits are not obstacles. They define the space within which action remains effective. Living within the constitution of reality means recognizing that freedom exists inside boundaries, not outside them. Why alignment feels like restriction. Alignment feels restrictive because it removes illusion. It eliminates paths that appear possible but are structurally unsustainable. It narrows choice to configurations that can endure. This narrowing is often experienced as loss. In reality, it is preservation. Systems that reject alignment expand choice briefly and lose it entirely later. Living versus performing. Many systems perform alignment without living it. They adopt language, frameworks, and rituals that signal coherence while internal relationships remain unchanged. Performance creates appearance. Living requires configuration. Performance delays consequence. It does not prevent it. Living within the constitution of reality requires internal correspondence, not external signaling. The daily nature of alignment. Alignment is not a one-time achievement. It is maintained through continuous adjustment. Small recalibrations prevent large corrections. Minor discomfort prevents major disruption. This maintenance is often invisible. Systems that endure treat alignment as routine work rather than extraordinary effort. Responsibility as a way of living. Responsibility is often treated as obligation. Within the constitution of reality, responsibility is orientation. It determines where attention flows, where decisions are made, and where consequences absorbed. Living responsibly means staying exposed to the outcomes of one's choices. Avoiding responsibility feels protective. It transfers cost elsewhere. The personal institutional mirror. The constitution of reality does not distinguish scale. The same patterns that govern institutions govern individuals. The same misalignments that collapse organizations exhaust people. Avoided responsibility produces burnout. Deferred correction produces crisis. Suppressed feedback produces disorientation. Living within reality begins internally. Why this is often called hard. Alignment is often described as difficult. It requires restraint when expansion is tempting. It demands examination when certainty is comforting. It involves refusal when opportunity appears attractive. This difficulty is overstated. Misalignment is harder. It requires constant compensation, justification, and control. It exhausts attention and erodes trust. Alignment simplifies over time. The role of choice. Living within the constitution of reality does not eliminate choice. It clarifies consequence. Choices remain. Outcomes become predictable. Systems that understand this stop gambling on exemption. They choose configurations that remain viable under stress. Choice becomes informed rather than hopeful. Living with delayed gratification. Alignment often delays reward. Benefits accumulate gradually. Stability builds quietly. Endurance is rarely immediately visible. This delay conflicts with modern expectations of rapid return. Systems that endure accept delayed gratification in exchange for longevity. When this is ignored. When systems refuse to live within constraint, they experience reality as hostile. Limits feel unfair. Consequences feel imposed. Outcomes feel punitive. The system fights reality rather than adjusting configuration. Reality does not retreat. The quiet discipline of saying no. Living within reality involves refusal. Refusing expansion that exceeds capacity. Refusing authority without responsibility. refusing speed that erodes coherence. These refusals are often criticized. They preserve structure. Living without illusion of control. Living within the constitution of reality means relinquishing illusion of control. Control manages behavior. Alignment manages outcome. Systems that prioritize control must intervene continuously. Systems that prioritize alignment require less enforcement. Control is exhausting. Alignment is efficient. Alignment and dignity. Alignment preserves dignity. When systems operate within constraint, they avoid coercion, manipulation, and force. Decisions remain proportionate. Consequences remain localized. Misalignment degrades dignity. Pressure escalates. Control increases. Humanity thins. Why this is not optimism or pessimism. Living within reality is neither optimistic nor pessimistic. It does not assume best case or worst case outcomes. It assumes structure. Structure does not guarantee success. It guarantees relevance. Living with uncertainty. Alignment does not eliminate uncertainty. It reduces fragility. Systems aligned with constraint remain uncertain but adaptable. Systems misaligned seek certainty and collapse when it fails. Living within reality accepts uncertainty as permanent. The misunderstanding of surrender. Alignment is often mistaken for surrender. In reality, it is engagement. It engages limits rather than denying them. It works with constraint rather than against it. Surrender abandons agency. Alignment preserves it. Living without moral drama. The constitution of reality does not operate through moral drama. It does not reward virtue or punish vice. It responds to configuration. Living within it removes moral theater from decision-making. This clarity is often uncomfortable. It is stabilizing. Why living within reality feels lonely. Alignment often feels isolating. It resists collective illusion. It questions momentum. It refuses narratives that others accept. This isolation is temporary. Misalignment isolates permanently. Living as continuous calibration. Living within reality is continuous calibration. Attention shifts. Loads change. Capacity evolves. Alignment must be renewed. There is no final state. There is only maintenance. The quiet power of alignment. Alignment is powerful because it reduces noise. Energy is not wasted compensating for misalignment. Effort produces proportionate outcome. Stability emerges without force. This power is quiet. It is durable. Closing constitutional statement. Living within the constitution of reality does not require belief. It requires recognition. Limits exist. Consequences follow configuration. Alignment preserves agency. Those who live within reality do not avoid hardship. They avoid collapse. End of chapter 20.